I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. During a Senate Environment Committee hearing on Wednesday, Senator Mark Kelly spoke with Martha Williams, the director of the Fish and Wildlife Service, about the Mexican gray wolf. The FWS revised a management plan for the wolf that has caused some ire in his home state of Arizona. He asked the director if they'd engaged with ranchers and environmentalists when devising the new rules. Listen in to their discussion.
And thank you, Mr. Chair.
Sure.
Ms. Williams, thank you for being here today. Got a question about the Mexican gray wolf listing here. So last week, the Forest Service, the service finally finalized revisions to the management regulations for the Mexican gray wolf in Arizona and in New Mexico. And as you probably know, the revised management plan has left some ranchers and some landowners concerned that this could lead protected wolf populations to grow significantly. Yet others have raised concerns that the protections have not gone far enough. So, Ms. Williams, what can you share about the process the FWS undertook to update the Mexican gray wolf management regulations? And in particular, can you discuss how the FWS engaged with animal protection advocates and ranchers in making the new determination?
Senator Kelly, thank you for that question, and I can appreciate it's a topic that is top of mind in your state and in New Mexico. And I work with, I think of our team working on Mexican gray wolves, or Mexican wolves are really terrific, and they are so committed to what they do. And they understand that on the ground, this recovery efforts do have impacts to ranchers, to the communities, and yet that their work is scrutinized well beyond those in your state and in New Mexico. So it's all of our work, frankly, on wolves, regardless of the state or the species of wolf. We know there's intense interest in scrutiny. What I can say specifically to answer your question is I know that our region and our staff really tried to undertake the most robust public process they could in getting to this decision. But I recognize that we can't make everybody happy, and probably that there aren't any perfect answers, but that they are trying hard to address all of the comments and concerns that come in and trying to have a robust process where people can feel heard.
And do you, so your understanding is that Fish and Wildlife did do a robust engagement with both ranchers and animal protection advocates?
My understanding, Senator, is yes. I don't know that the outreach was necessarily targeted, but I know that we engaged with any group that wanted to.
All right. Well, thank you. Got a couple more minutes here. So, Ms. Williams, I understand that in February, the Fish and Wildlife Service began settlement proceedings in attempt to resolve litigation related to regulatory actions taken by the Fish and Wildlife Service to open up some federal refuges to hunting and fishing. Understanding that there is ongoing litigation, is there anything you can share about why Fish and Wildlife entered into these settlement discussions and what you hope to see as an outcome?
Senator Kelly, thank you for that question. And this is an issue that I'm happy to address and is also top of mind. I first just want to say that the Fish and Wildlife, this administration, the department, the Fish and Wildlife Service, and me as a hunter and angler myself, we are absolutely committed to providing hunting and angling opportunities on our National Wildlife Refuge. That commitment has not changed. What did come in is that we are keeping abreast of the science that does demonstrate the impacts of lead on the environment, to wildlife, and to people. And then we were sued on increased opportunities and did enter into discussions. What I can say is that we have not made a decision going forward on how We use public opportunities and lead, ammunition, and tackle. We already at the service do not use lead, ammunition, and tackle in our own management activities. So really this is talking about waterfowl already don't use lead ammunition. This is talking about those opportunities for hunting and fishing outside of management activities and waterfowl hunting. So anything that we might do in the future to address use of lead on refuges, we would do in a public fashion and would also consult with you. So it's something that we are thinking about. We know the science demonstrates a need to address. At the same time, we will look into this and address it in a collaborative and public fashion.
Thank you, Ms. Williams, and thank you, Mr. Chairman.